Hello and welcome to another Foundry tutorial. In this tutorial I will be talking about spellcasting, targeting multiple opponents, creating items and using templates. I will be using the Schaffenfest map which I created. If you like the map and like to have it, go to my Patreon webpage. It's in the description below. It's downloadable for free. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and hit that bell. Right, let's get to it. Here we have Gundred Horlach. He's our little hero quest wizard, in fact. I create tokens myself by just painting models and taking a photo and dumping them in here. There we go. He's a wizard. He's a head switch, in fact. And because he's a magic user and has a magic skill, magic talent, petty magic in this case, he gets the magic tab, and on it we can find his spells, some petty spells and some lore spells. And in the lore spells you will see there's a difference. I can use ingredients for that. I can have a casting number displayed, success level, and a memorized spells. Now I won't go into the rules for casting. I'm just explaining how Foundry works. If you want the rules, go by the book from Cubicle 7. It's awesome. By ticking this box I can indicate that the spell is memorized or that it is cast from a grimoire, and you see that if I tick them as memorized, casting cost is halved. Right, let's cast a spell. Just click it and it will ask you, do you want to cast it or do you want to channel it? Well, I do not have it memorized, so I can't even cast it. I need to channel it. So just roll channel. I can apply some modifiers and it will ask me if there are any malignant influences, like a corrupting warpstone or something. In this case there's not. Roll and it will give me a result, and I rolled a 90. Oh, very poor. Of course I do not want that because I don't want a major miscast. You will notice it rolled a dice because in this miscast I rolled there is a value you need to roll for. It does that automatically. Fortunately I can just alter this and make it into a success. There we go. Channel succeeded. 0 success levels, and you'll see 0 success levels. And in order to channel I need positive numbers, so let's do a little better. There we go. Channel succeeded. 2 success levels, 2 success levels. Let's roll again, keep channeling and roll. Wow, success, and you'll see I have 4 successes. And I can now cast it. Roll. Wow, fantastic. And it will give me an overcast, which I can use to extend the duration of the spell. And there we go. Just purge the dialog window. Yes. So that's how simple casting of spells work. Now let's assume that these are all memorized. So channeling is basically an extended test, except you don't have to do it with the extended test tabs on your sheet. You can just, it's built in the system. Right. Let's go to the target practice, so to speak. And to target, a player can select this targeting thing and then click anything he wants, and that will be the target. And so we've now set this gore as a target. Bring up the character sheet by pressing C, and we're going to cast Bolt. I've set ingredients, and the head which technically uses ingredients, and this thing takes the ingredients from the trappings list, and there are no trappings. So we'll better give him some ingredients first, but we have to create them. Create item, name spell ingredients. There we go. Ammunition selected will give a drop down menu. Select trapping. I don't think the drop down menu will show for some reason, but it doesn't matter. Trapping, create item, and it will give spell ingredients. Now you can also give it a nice icon. Go to system, icons. Oh. You go actually to worlds. No, modules. Sorry, messing up a bit. Modules or Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Core. Icons. Spells. It's of course equipment. Let's select this one. It doesn't really matter. And it will give a generic icon. If you want something different, you can also just use a custom icon you may have, like this one, ingredients. There we go. Spell ingredients. Details. It's going to be a common availability, and the trapping type is going to be an ingredient. There we go. Just drag it on a sheet, ingredients, and I can now select etheric armor, give him another one, and this is going to be bolt. Just click it to increase the value and right click it to decrease the value. There we go, and you can control click to add 10 or control right click to decrease by 10. You can also do that with the money, of course. Very convenient. Right, he now has enough ingredients to cast a spell. So bolt, cast it on this dude. It is targeted. So bolt, we don't have to channel because we have it memorized. Cast, let's make it a little bit easier for him just because lols. There we go, and it's cast. What would happen if I roll a double? It will be a fumble and a minor miscast. What would happen if I roll a double below? 44. It will be a critical cast and a minor miscast. That's just the rules. You can click it to get results. There we go. And just ignore it for now. Let's say he did 50. Is that enough? Bolt needs 4. I think it's exactly 4. Yeah, casting succeeded. We can then just click here, apply damage, and we're done. Now, let's say he wants to cast a spell that affects a larger group, like say Blast. Well, first we have to give him Blast. So we go to our Compendium, and the spells are here. Of course, you can just look for it. If you have them in your items list, you can also look for it there. But the easiest thing to do, I think, is use the browser, and a window will pop up depending on how much items you have. And make sure that the include world items is unchecked. That means you will only get the items that are here. And then you can select spells. I can select an area of effect spell, and it will filter out immediately. I can also select a lore, no lore, blank. That's the one I want. And there's Blast. Now there is no Hedgelore Blast. So we'll just take the arcane one, just click and drag, there we go. And we edit it, click here to Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4 edition icons, spells, there we go. Where is it? There it is. Select file. And done. Now it's the appropriate lore icon. Just, you know, you don't have to do it, but it looks nice. And it's memorized just to make it easy. Again, the player clicks the target selecting icon and you select. But first we might want to know how many targets we actually can hit. So you go to the measurement controls, which gives you templates. There's a straight template and there's a square template which you can shape. And there's a cone template which you can do, and there's a circular template. This is the one we need. It's willpower 3 yards, so 3, there we go. Now the templates align to the grid, but if you're like me and you do not have the grid enabled, that's very annoying because the tokens are not aligning to the grid, and that will make it annoying to place it because it will always snap to the grid. You can bypass this by dragging it, holding down shift, and then you can place it wherever you want. So click and hold shift to bypass the snap to grid. And now you can say, well, what if I place it here? Well, maybe if I place it a little more smartly, I can get this doggy or that doggy as well, like this. Yep, that's it. So now we go back to the targeting and hold shift and select multiple targets. There we go. Go back to Gundred, bring up his sheet by pressing C, and now we can just cast blast, cast, and let's give him a modifier again just to make it a little bit easier. Roll, and he gets a 50, which means a success. Now the best thing to do is to resolve these from the bottom up, because if I click this and then apply damage, and the dialog box always pops up below it. So I've now applied this one, delete that one, and onto the next one, apply it, delete, delete, onto the next one, apply it, delete, delete, apply, delete. Well, you get the gist. And you will see that the damage is applied. Great. Well, that concludes the video for today. I hope you liked it. If there's something special you want to see in the next video, leave a comment below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.